Happy Friday, everybody. Josh here with On the Wrong Lead. Another episode of You've Gotta Be Shot-Tinning Me. I am joined, as always, by Mr. Matt Carlson, as well.
Hey guys, Andrew Champagne.
Matt, how are you doing, my friend?
Andrew Champagne's picks. Good. I'm doing good. Friday night shot-tin some of my favorite stuff. I love that we do this, so I'm excited. I'm happy.
I'm just happy somebody beat Nick Sievers into chat. I see Michael's in chat. He's saying evening. He's ready to go. Is it really a horse racing stream though if Nick Sievers is not in chat? I don't really know. We'll have to see. I'm sure he's going to pop his head in here. I know a couple of other people who normally watch our stuff, may not be joining. I was talking with Russ, Mr. Double Shout Out. I think he was upset I did not pick their horse in the Claiming Crown race number 6 on Churchill Downs card. So,
he's boycotting.
I think he might be boycotting, but
the way we picked, though, that's probably a blessing for them. So
yeah, it probably is a good thing. They were on the AE list, and I missed that they were there. But live and let live. I'd like to think like you said, it's probably good that I'm not on their horses. But we got a full card here. I haven't really decided how we're going to do this. But I do know that we got about 13 minutes till the first race. So obviously we got to look at the first race, which is kind of a tough race because you don't got a lot of starts, and you got a pretty heavy favorite right now in the 2 George and Sigma. At last look, what did we see here? Looks like 1.8.
Yeah, sitting at 3 to 5 right now. So, on the American odds. So
yeah, so just all over it. Everyone's double digits outside of the 14 Super Dragon with your boy J Mac aboard.
Mm-hmm.
Second time. Well, it has a Griffin race under him, but so kind of second time up here for Mark Newnham, who I can't make heads or tails of Mark Newnham right now because I feel like he was like hot as all get out, and I feel like he's cooled off a little bit again. Maybe like he's been kind of streaky, but
yeah. You'll see that in Hong Kong, right? Like, I think it was Jamie Richards got out the gate and won like 3 out of the first 6 races or something like that. I think he probably hasn't won a race since. Mark Newnham will get hot and then he'll kind of come back to earth. This is around the time of the year where John Size starts to thaw out and start winning races. So, I don't follow connections as much as I do in domestic racing, right? Like, it's not like, oh, I'm going to bet the Linda or the other Linda or the Chad or the other Chad. Like, can't really do that here so much. So, but anyway, yeah.
Hey, Uncle Sully's here. He says he can't believe he's doing this. Then again, his daughter had soldier surgery, so why not? Right? He's just being a good father.
Yeah,
just being a good father, good uncle. Checking on his nephews here live. But so I guess what did you see in this race? Are you basically just taking the favorite and moving on, just not betting this race? Like what are you?
No, I'm not going to bet too heavy this race. I do think, right, like on paper, the 2 best horses are the 2 favorites, but that's because there's not a lot on paper in these races, right? You have a lot of horses that have shown or haven't really shown anything because they only have 1 race under their belt. You know me, I don't want to bet the chalk, especially I don't want to start off a card with a 3 to 5. So I want to get around that one. I do think J-Mac off the layoff could be coming late in here. So I do like the 14, although I think the price right now sitting at 9 to 2 is probably a little too low for me. I don't know. I was kind of hoping for at least 6 to 1 on that. But no one else is taking any money. So it's like, where else are you going to go? I guess the 2 horses that did intrigue me from a first-time starter perspective, 2 horses stood out. I think they have the best trials. they also have trainers that win first up in Hong Kong. I think the 10 Salon S. So Frankie Laura is like 18% first up in Hong Kong. I mean, he wins on a huge clip. Um, that said, I think he's incredibly cold right now. So I don't know what you're going to get out of him. But if he's going to break a streak, right, this is a horse to do it. That said, I mean, everyone else is kind of seeing that too, because I think that horse is third choice right now, sitting at 9-1. So I don't know. And where I think I'm really going to go, I think, is the 4, Elite Golf. I think that's one that could probably sneak under the radar. Chris So isn't as good first up. I think he's like 12%, but he's got like a 450 ROI because he kind of flies under the radar with this stuff. And I do think the trials have looked pretty good. So I'm probably going to play an each way bet on this 4 and then probably try and sneak like an exacta with the 2 underneath, if anything, right? Or just toss them entirely. I think I'll try and play the 4-10 on top and maybe the 2 and the 14, hoping they don't win. I think that's probably the only way you get money out of this race. But I think, yeah, I mean, nothing really kind of inspiring. If you're going to take the chalk, you probably have to slam it to get anything out of this. So.
Yeah, it's kind of tough here, right? Obviously, the 2, last time finished second by an open length, a length and 3/4 there. I think people are going to see the note, right, hampered at 550. They're going to see Zach still aboard. So obviously that's kind of why you see. And like these are weird races too. These 4-year-old restricted races, or not 4-year-old, but these restricted class 4 races.
Yeah.
They're
nothing really
races.
runs out of them all that well. I don't know, and nothing's run back out of that race either, realistically. So I don't really know what he was up against that day. Like, yeah, the fig looks okay. I don't know. I just don't see 3 to 5 on that especially he doesn't have a draw either, right? I mean, he's going from 12 post here, and it's going to have to be pretty good to win out there. So,
yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm crazy. I mean, I am crazy. I might take a shot with this 1. Light Years Glory. And like I get it, right? He improved greatly in that draw, going from the 12 post to the 3 post. But this is a horse that was in class 3 and made a significant jump in, I think, the way he finished in that second race, in class 3. And now is, coming down to this restricted, this different class 4 here. He is a high weight, which does think here, and maybe this is one that needs maybe another couple of races and needs to kind of go down the ladder, maybe a little bit more, or lose a couple of pounds. But I don't know. I just think like when you're looking here, like you're at least looking at a horse that, right, won a Griffin race, second in the Griffin race, so showed some talent to start, and then in class 3 kind of took 2 steps forward, granted at a much lower weight. But I mean, this is another one that I think I would really, really like if this horse was kind of like was drawn, I don't know, inside of like the 7 post, right? Like inside in the inside half. I think this would be a much more interesting horse. I mean, what are we getting? What are we getting right now on price? I mean, we're getting 15 or 14 to 1 basically. We're getting 15 bucks.
I mean, hey, look, this horse has won a race, right? Like in essence, if you were equating this to US racing, right? I mean, this is the only horse that's not a maiden running against a bunch of maidens in here. So you probably want to bet that horse pretty heavily if you were running any other, this was at Aqueduct right now. I mean, you'd be laying into this horse, but here apparently I guess it's different. So
yeah, I saw Michael, and I brought this up when you mentioned the 10 Salon S. He also said the 9. He thought the 9 could show some speed. Was there anything that you saw in the 9 that might think that you might see some speed here?
It's always tough from trials, right? I mean, and especially to not only that, like it's hard because, right, like the 9's never even run on turf in a trial, right? So I never equate, like, I don't know how to equate, I guess, all weather speed or dirt speed here with turf speed, right? Because you see some horses that look like they can show some speed in trials and then kind of get on the surface and they just don't run. Like a good example, I think, is the 8 Jelly Brilliant, where like if you look at the trials, like has 2 trials where like it breaks second and then 2 other trials where it breaks like 7th and just sits at the back, right? And so what do you make of a horse like that? What kind of speed is that horse going to show? Um, that and I don't know. I never know. Like, just because could the 6 go? I thought potentially, right? I mean, that looks like a horse that's going to try and blow up the pace up front. Doesn't have any ability to kind of stay on. So maybe I don't know. I've never gotten too deep into trying to map out from trials, just because you never know how they're going to break and who's going to send and what jockeys are going to do. So I kind of just toss it entirely. I don't know. It's too tough for me to try and predict how you're going to map speed from this. I know Speed Pro tries to do it. I just don't put much weight in races like this, and you know, if you have an inkling of it, great. But I don't really didn't know who was going to go in here. I thought, what does Speed Pro actually say on that? Like, who does it have getting the lead? I think it has one horse up
The
front.
2-horse.
Really?
Yeah, I think the 2-horse is going to go. Yeah, it's interesting, right? Like, because like when you look at Speed Pro, um, I mean the one has been running those low 90s, right? I mean that Griffin race was 93, came back with another 93, and that's basically what the 2 ran on debut, right? So it's not like, like I said, I don't know what if you put figures to the Griffin races or if you got figures in the last race. I mean the last race, like I said, um, you saw significant improvement from the 1-2 back, right? Um, so I mean, because I think this is going to be what is this going to be third up for this one horse now?
It's like the
Um,
5th race. I mean, it's third up this season,
yeah,
but yeah,
third
I
up this
mean,
season. Yeah, so I don't know. Like I said, I thought that this was I thought this was kind of an interesting horse to take a shot with. I will say, looking at some of the notes on Speed Pro, um, they like the 4. Here to have a shot at winning first up. Um, looks like the 12, the 13 both got looks. The 10. Um, so yeah, I mean they're kind of all over the place here. Um, and like I said, I mean the 14. I mean I don't think you're gonna be super shocked if
yeah.
the 14 moves up.
I
Michael saying
mean,
his notes on the 2's last, lots of trouble in short when not switching the proper lead. So yeah, I think a lot of people kind of saw the horse was a little hampered down the stretch and just missed. So I think that's why this horse taking all the money. But
yeah. I mean, again, right? I mean, definitely has a chance to win, but do you think this horse wins 70% of the time? I don't know. That's just where I get kind of, hey, it's light enough where I want to look elsewhere. I do wonder about this 6 now, actually looking at it. I mean, obviously, it's breaking from the middle of nowhere. It was Jerry Chow aboard, which isn't exactly inspiring confidence, but that first race was unyielding. So, I mean, you can kind of potentially even toss that. Has a race under his belt. I mean, 80-1 is the right price on it. I don't know. I didn't go there, but I think you could make an argument. So, I don't know. It's a confusing race. I mean, I'm just gonna probably scatter. Like I said, I think I'm gonna put just an each way bet on the 4. Maybe I'll toss a couple bucks on the 6. I don't know. 82-1 is worth $2 each way to me, but I think I'm just gonna probably play the 4 and see what happens. So
yeah, I think I'm just gonna go bomb hunting here. I'm gonna go bomb hunting. I got a small win bet on the 1 here. I'm looking at 16-1 right now. And you know what? I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna spread here in the Quinella. It looks like we're loading in. I got the 1, 12, 13, 14. So I got the high weight and I got the 3 low weights. Let's see if we get this favorite out of the Quinella. Tom Wood is playing
the chalk could all, but
yeah, he's got the chalk Quinella, but he's taking he's like J Mac over Zach here. Um,
everyone's being spicy, picking the 5-1 over the 1-2. So
yeah.
where's Andrew
I
Champagne?
will say,
He would be taking. He'd have some balls and take a shot with this.
yeah.
Where's those graphics?
Well, you know what? Like, I don't know. I always think this is a theory in my head. I've probably heard other people say this too. So like, I'm not trying to be like, oh, this is like something like I've ever thought of. But I always feel like trying to beat a short price favorite with the second choice is just a losing proposition. But it looks like the 2 is gonna. Are they really gonna let him cross that easy? Come on, someone. Thank you.
Yeah, they all gunned it.
Thank you. I was gonna say, man, like, come on. There's no way that he's gonna get the lead that easy. And looks like the 9 and the 10 showed some speed. They pulled the 9 back. So Michael, good call there, Michael, on the pace scenario. It looks kind of quick, that first fraction, but
Could
we'll
be.
see.
This four is position. You know, mind it. Just got to get it out here.
Where the hell is my 1?
Right there.
I think that is the 10 gone.
Probably. That's what I was worried about this.
10, 14, 3, it looked like.
All right. That works. That works for me. Like I said,
Man.
I mean, I had the 10. I was 410, so we're good.
There you go.
We're,
Yeah,
we're
that.
golden. Yeah.
Man, I knew that 10 sucked. God, I didn't. And so that's there. There you go. The slump buster. Right? What did you say? You said we needed. He's
just
been
need
off to a
live
terrible
streams,
start.
right? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it.
but he's been off to a tough start this this season, and 18% first time start trainer strikes again. So
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it, right? Like, I mean, his bread and butter, literally. I mean, he hits 20% first time HK now. Yeah, I mean, what's that? Or like 11 for 58 over the past 2 years. So I mean,
Yeah.
that's a lot of his wins. That's what he does, and you get 9-1 for running stats, right? I mean, there you go. That's all you got to do is track some data, and you get 9-1 on it.
You know what my bread and butter is?
Cheap speed.
Bread and butter.
Oh, okay.
I'm just no need to reinvent the wheel.
It is good.
Yeah, I mean, oh man, I am losing all my money on this one the next race after seeing this one. Oh man,
You're just all speed all night.
That's it. I've seen one race. I'm calling the bias. Where is Brittany Wong at? Just put me, Robin saying Matthew Poon going wire to wire there.
Poon, for having such an ice cold start, has really come on like the past 2 weeks. I think they had like 3 on Wednesday. Got 1 tonight already. I think he had a couple last week. I think he's up to like 9-10 wins now after blank in the first month. So
in case we haven't lost enough viewers, well, we should have gained viewers because you actually get out the winner. I like to gamble.
Are you taking my advice of ripping back?
So
I like to drink. I'm gonna pour myself a beer while I watch you open foils.
Let's see if we get anything here. So went to a trading card event tonight because I am a nerd, and luckily they give out like packs as prizes even if you don't do well, and I did not do well, but much like my horse racing bets. So let's see if we get anything here. Not off to a good start here. Oh, it's a full art. Do we get anything? What?
It's riveting content right now.
Secret tunnel. Yeah, it was not good. It was not. It wasn't even worth me showing. The only thing that looked kind of cool was they started doing these like full art cards, so it's kind of cool. But yeah, okay, let's get back to the real content. Although I have like 10 more packs to open, but we'll do that. We'll do that at a different time.
We got 10 races.
We got 10 races. Oh yeah, yeah. And I got a beer festival tomorrow. I want to try and make it to, but Yeah, 10 to 1 on that 10. So hopefully Michael, I know Michael, called out, showing a little bit of speed there. So hopefully he had something there. Matt, hopefully you cash something.
I had the exact for a couple bucks, a Cornell for
There
a
we go.
buck. I got a double in the next race as well. So
Attaboy. And we'll move on to the next race here. We got race 2. And let's see if we can take a look at the board here for race 2. Yeah, and this was we're talking about this very very early on, right? Talking about just how flat this board was going to be. I mean, you were going to get 6 to 1 on a favorite in here, and yeah, Lyle Hewitson and Ninja Derby at 6 to 1 currently. Okay, this is what I like to see. Michael alive with doubles. There we go. Love to see it.
oh yeah,
Um, and then Zach on Gold Tack, he's at 6.5 to 1. I mean, of course, because as soon as people see Zach on anything that's even remotely close to value, he's going to get bet down. Um, and then you get two other horses that are kind of in there. J Mac on Rosewood Fleetfoot, sorry, and then Richard King's Coat on Cool Blue. So you got a couple of horses there under double digits, but I think you get your price, I think, on most horses in this race to start. So I'm gonna move over here to the Speed Pro, and let's take a look at the speed map. See what we're looking at. I'm pretty sure that they think that Jolly Jumper is gonna try and get to the front, and they got Ninja Derby on the lead as well. So you got 1-6 here on the lead. I don't know. How did you kind of see? You kind of agree with the speed map here? You think this is how it's going to kind of work out?
yeah. I mean, it's tough. I mean, this is class 5. I thought, I don't know, because it's weird. Horses like you said, Jolly Jumper, kind of, they've shown speed. You got to think Brittany Wong's got to go from the 14. So I do wonder if she's going to try and get across. I don't know how much she's going to expend doing that. You have a bunch of horses that have shown speed before, but just kind of drop off. And this is what's kind of confounding sometimes. Like, Ninja Derby, 2 back at Shot 10 showed a lot of speed, and then last out at Happy Valley, it jumped well, and I guess he was wide, so you can kind of argue he was there. I just don't know how much that race 2 back he had to send because he was from 14, right? Like, did he expend some energy that, like, he normally doesn't want to? Like, did he get it his own way? And I thought, like, like Wame YY to me has some speed. And I think that's a horse that kind of wants to lead and wants to go. And that's a horse that I've bet way too often. And oh, by the way, I'm probably going to do it again here. I just don't know. He's never shown, he's never ran a 1-turn mile, I don't think. So who knows what this horse wants to do? But that one could be sneaky in from a speed perspective, just because I think it's one of those horses that probably wants to get to the front, regardless of whether he has natural speed to do so.
And you can't forget the most important thing.
What's that?
Had the jockey of the greatest horse to ever live, ever aboard.
Who's that?
Hugh Bowman. He
Rider
rode for Winks.
Oh,
He
okay.
rode for Winks.
I thought you were gonna say he rode Harmony and Blessed, but
Oh God, dude.
who's running tonight? By the way.
Oh man, I was
gonna have to say that.
I was mixing it up again with the Winx lovers on Reddit. I don't know if I posted that one.
You're before my time here.
Yeah.
I can't.
Oh man, someone was trying to say how Winx would have beat Frankel back in the day. And I was like, look it, man, like this is incredible. I mean, this guy was like coming with like charts and graphs and stuff, and I'm like, dude, unless they ran this race in Australia, like come on, give me a break here. But anyways, before we get too out, Michael, he says Jolly's lone win was with the Bug Girl from an outside draw, going 8. And what's interesting about Jolly Jumper that kind of stood out to me a little bit is the horse's only win was also in Class 5. So it could just be like, hey, this horse only had the one try at Class 5, so my guess is it was already one of the higher weights. So it, like the draw is obviously not ideal, but I don't know, man. You kind of look at look at the last three races. The best race was coming from the 14 post.
Yeah.
So, um, I mean, maybe this is just one that I don't know. Maybe he maybe just likes jumping from the outside. I mean, it is the one turn, right? So I don't know. I think I was interested at a price. I mean, I know the meme, right? It's Brittany Wong on speed, but
I think
I
it
don't
makes
know,
sense here, though.
I
I
thought
mean,
it made sense. I thought it made sense on the drop, right? On the drop, getting down to easy, much easier company. I do think that there's a big difference between Class 4 and Class 5. I mean, Class 5 is just
it-
you know,
yeah, and you
but
see it, right? I mean, you see horses that and I don't bake into my figs any class adjustment, but like you do see horses will move down in class and jump, 10 points on my figs, or jump up in class and go down 10 points in figs, right? I mean, class is a thing. I mean, and I don't know entirely why, but for some horses, it's just that ability, right? If you're running against easier, all of a sudden I don't know if it's confidence. I don't know if it's just better position. I don't know if they have earlier like foot or what, but yeah, I mean it happens, and so I do think this is one that has back races that fit. Obviously, has a win in Class 5 at this exact configuration. So if you're getting 20 to 1 on a horse that has a win doing exactly this, that's pretty good, right? So
yeah, and I mean
I
I,
guess this is longer. This is 1800, sorry, but
it
that
is
means
1800,
same.
but it's still the one turn,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
so
yeah, yeah. So close, but
um but like I mean it's also interesting too, right? I mean this is a horse that also their only win was on good going, right? Like you just get a lot of stuff, right? On good going, you get the bug aboard again, um, right? One for one with the bug, on, you dropping down in class. You got a lot of positives going for this horse. So this is definitely one I'm gonna use. I'm gonna have a win bet on using Quinella's. I honestly, I'm kind of looking at the 1-6 Quinella a little bit, but I don't know. I looking at that last race, I mean, there was some making up of ground. So I don't necessarily know, if they're just gonna be able to go 1-2 around. Um, I mean, the ten with Zach is taking a bunch of money here. Um, this is another one. Only win was with Zach aboard.
I
Where,
don't know.
where else? Where else did you kind of go here?
So I really like the 14 in this race, to be honest with you.
Okay.
In a race where I don't like all that much else, I thought, and look, I don't like betting horses at the bottom of Class 5. Like
Hmm.
it tends to be a losing battle when you're, chasing horses towards the bottom, but in especially horses that are 1 for 33. But look, I mean, a couple things stood out. I think this horse has been obviously racing at Happy Valley a fair bit. I do think the best races this horse has run have been on these like one turn configurations at shot 10, right? If you look at the couple mile races that are in the back, last 5 or 6, including last out, that kind of is where it stands out, right? I mean, the last race, the end of last season, it was kind of closing into a very slow pace from a 10 post, same sort of thing where it was closing last out from a pretty bad post in the 13 with Keegan DeBello aboard. Now you get Matthew Chadwick, you get the one post, so it finally gets a draw. It gets one turn. It gets a little bit longer. It gets low weight. And oh, by the way, from a trainer angle perspective, you got a positive angle running back in 7 days here, or 6 days rather. Like I think an ROI of, $3.25 hits like 9%. So that's a lot of things I think that add up in a field that, clearly by if you're looking at the board, no one really has an opinion in this race at all. So to me, you're getting 10 to 1 on a horse like that. I think that's kind of where I wanted to go. I did like Ninja Derby, but I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say, oh, I don't want to bet him when he's favored, because the favorite is like 6 to 1 right now. So
Hmm.
that's probably the right price. Um, and the only other horse that I went to, I mean, I went to Wame YY, and that's a horse that I've bet a bunch of times before. I just don't know, right? I mean, the horse has back races at Happy Valley that fit, but he's never even run it. I think it shot 10. So who knows, right? I do think if you're getting 15 to 1 on a horse that hasn't done something before, you do have a lot of horses in this race that have kind of shown they can't do something. So why not, right? I think that horse has ability. I just don't know what he's going to show. So I think I'm probably going to take a decent chance on the 14 here. Probably double in the next race. I really like Serangoon next race. So, maybe play like a 7-14 into an 11 double in here. And probably an each way bet on the 14, given getting right around 10-1, 9-1 right now. So
I actually think I'm going to go with a 13. Oh, so I got a win bet on the 1. I think I'm just going to do a 113 Quinella in this spot. And, the 13 last time out, finished second. You get a little baby Z pattern here with the 13, right? Lost a little bit of ground there off the start. You see the little bit of trouble there, kind of listed. Big Ann Fairley got blocked out a little bit, but this is the horse that I think took a significant step forward at 1800, and it does have a win at Happy Valley going to 1650, but I don't know. I thought that last race was looked pretty good, and I mean this is a horse still keeping a low weight, right? He's only carrying 121 in this spot, so I guess you got some questions with Kingscote not having to win yet. But obviously now you're getting I think a little bit of a further outside post, but I think if you're coming from off the pace, might not be as bad. And honestly, maybe might actually help the horse, kind of maybe avoid a little bit of the trouble by kind of being out wide. So I'm gonna just run a 113 Quinella here, and I got a little win bet on the 1. Yeah, and Michael gonna bring it up. Kingscote just still sitting on the duck, so still no wins here for Kingscote.
I bet him a lot, so I'm not going to do it anymore. So that means you're ready to.
I'll drink for that.
You're getting some of my money back if he wins here. So, congrats.
That's exactly how it works.
Yes, that's exactly how parimutuel wagering works.
Sir,
just keep
please,
it in the bank.
Matthew Carlson's money over here, please.
Yeah, they're
Thank
labeled.
You.
Those dollars
Thank
actually
you.
have my face on. Yeah, so it's good.
Yeah, I'm sure they're good everywhere. I don't know anything else on this race.
I don't think I've ever seen a race that. Well, it's rare that you see a race where the board is so flat, right? Anytime you see a favorite of like 5-1, that's it's not a common occurrence here. So I don't know. It's weird for no one to have an opinion. This is pretty bad as Class 5 races go, though. Like this is the bottom of the barrel, Class 5. So. I don't know. What's the 9 sitting at right now? 8-1. It's probably the right price. I don't know.
Right now.
Yeah, it's just odd that I mean, that horse obviously won last out. It kind of jumped forward a fair bit. That kind of last race running first up. Has hit the board twice running 1800. I was kind of surprised to see that price, I guess, looking out right now, but I don't know. Just still didn't really fit on, Figs, like kind of picking up weight. But I don't know. I guess I was surprised to see that. I thought that horse would take a little bit more money than it is right now, given kind of the historical record on 1800. But
Uncle Sully is saying, so you're saying this isn't Chalkanita?
Well, it's Chalk Mar right now, right? So.
Yeah, true.
I don't know. When did they even end? Is this their closing weekend or is this?
I think they run. I thought they run the entire month.
Do they?
Because then Santa Anita doesn't open up until day after Christmas.
Oh,
okay. So what do you end up? So what you have doubles into this race then, or do you?
So I got doubles into the. What do I got doubles into? The 6 and the 14. So.
Okay.
Just cheap, but.
Yep.
I'm playing into the 6 and the 14. I'm probably gonna play out with the 7 and the 14 though. And I got an each way bet on the 14. I think that's probably my biggest play in this race. So.
Yep. And I just got a win bet on the 1, and I got a 113 Quinella here. Now, granted, we normally handicap the late pick 3. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to handicap it, but I don't want to withhold the sage advice of one Matthew Carlson for the late pick three. So while we wait here for we got 10 minutes to post. Maybe we can get through a little bit of the late pick three. So race 8, the
Could
first leg of the late pick three. Where did you kind of land here?
I could run through it, sure.
Yeah.
I landed on two A's and a B. I thought, and I almost probably didn't even use the B in this race. Two horses that stood out to me. One was the 8 Prestige Hall. I thought it was a very promising first out effort last May, and then kind of as that excuses, the other two, right? Kind of a victim of moving up in distance. The second race ran 1,000 meters first up this season. I kind of like that he ran 1,000 meters first up this season. Kind of just said, okay, give a little bit of a reset, get some fitness in you, and then kind of come back to what you want to do. So I do think there's a pattern leading up. Plus, gets J-Mac, my new best friend here. So, I thought that horse. I thought that horse would probably go off maybe favored. I mean, given kind of those back races, I think are the best showing in this race. But TBD on that. So I do think that horse is set up kind of fourth up, gets a good draw finally, gets J-Mac aboard. There's a lot going for that. And then the other horse that I liked was the 10 Autumn Vibes. I mean, if you look at that horse, he finally gets a one draw after the last two draws where we had the 11 and the 13 post. Obviously, my concern is the fact that you're asking Holly to do something that Zach couldn't do the last 3 races. It's kind of hard logic to say, okay, you had Zach running 3 times, and now Holly's going to do something on this horse that Zach couldn't. But I do think that probably gets reflected in the price, right? And I think that's kind of appealing because I do think this horse has had some excuses. Obviously, he's going to send to the lead in here. Probably gets an easier time of it from the rail than he would from the outside. So I thought that horse has races that obviously fit in here. If the track is playing like it did race 1, then that horse gets even more appealing. But fourth up this season, and I think probably has just been rounding into form. So given those excuses, given kind of even with Zach getting off, I do think that's one that I'd want to go to. So 8 and a 10 are the 2 A's in here. And then I did like the 13 a little bit in Patch of Time. I just don't know what to really make of them. The 2-back effort does fit. I think if you look at that race on September 28th, right, like that race wins here probably. Just every other race kind of doesn't fit. So I don't know if it's just something on my face that's jumping off the page and I shouldn't, or, kind of what's going on with that. But you never know. I mean, you mentioned Mark Newnham being kind of an enigma in here. That's kind of the way I approached it too. I just don't know, is he cycling horses in and out here? What's going to happen? So I'm going to use him as a B. I think the price is kind of worthy of using this just defensively from a B perspective, but most of my money is going to be through the 8 and the 10, I think, in here, and sprinkle in the 13 just in case he shows something that, I don't know, it could have been an up and down horse a little bit. So,
All right, what about race 9? We got all weather racing, which I know is your favorite.
Yeah, it's dirt. I mean, I hate this race. I just went to the 2 horses that looked like they kind of ran decent enough on the surface, and that was the 2 Ariel and the 11 Never Peter Out. And I mean, I'm kind of taking bug jocks in that perspective too, but I don't know. It's hard because not only have a lot of these races or horses kind of either not been running on the surface, but a lot of them kind of have been running on like wet dirt tracks, and then they go to 1,200 on dirt tracks. And so you really don't have kind of a good form line into what these horses are doing or want to do. And a horse like Never Peter Out, like, has a good record on dirt, has 4 wins out of 11 starts and hit the board twice otherwise. But that last race was flat out bad, and I don't know why. So I don't know what this horse is going to show. And I don't know what excuses that horse even had last out. So I don't know what you're going to get, but I am taking that horse just because I think historically those dirt races fit better than other horses in here. So kind of hoping that, with Coney Mo getting up instead of, I don't know. Well, we'll see, but it's dirt. I'm just kind of going to take 2 horses and hope to get through it. I'm not going to, because of this race, I'm probably not going to play the late pick 3 all that heavy. So I just don't like dirt here. It's confounding. I don't know. The figs don't really work out on my stuff, and who knows what they want. And I think the board kind of reflects that too. I think I looked at it, and your favorite right now is Reliable Profit at like 5-1. So no one else has any idea either on that one.
Yeah, I actually really like the 2. I think in this spot,
Yeah,
Ariel.
that's what I made my bet, and I mean that horse at 8-1, getting 5 pounds and getting finally a decent draw out of it, I think is, that's probably, if you had to, I may play a win bet on that, and that's probably where I'll lean. But beyond that, I don't really know. So
And then lastly, race 10.
yeah, I mean, I thought the 5 Beauty Bolt was worthy of being favored in here. That horse has never done anything wrong. He's run well out of strong races, right? I mean, that's, arguably you could make that alone A. I am going to use the 2 Winning Gold as an A as well, just for the price. I mean, and a couple of reasons to that, right? One, you're getting 5 pounds finally on this horse. That's appealing. And I do think, if you look at it, you had Richard Kingscote, you had Jimmy Orman riding this horse the past, 5, 6, 7 races. Not that Ellis Wong is a huge upgrade, but he's a little bit of one. And you get 5 pounds from that, and you get a decent draw out of this. And so I think, you kind of get all those things together. If you're getting 30-1 on a horse like that, I don't know. This horse isn't that far off, right? And so he's probably a B from a chance to win this race, but the price, I think, I'm going to have to use as an A. I don't want to slip that one through. So kind of excited about that horse a little bit at the price, but, just kind of hopeful that, hey, maybe he shows something that, Richard Kingscote and Jimmy Orman could do the past bunch of races in here. So there's that. And then for Bs, I think I used 2 horses as Bs as well in here, so I'm a little bit wide. I used a 4 Yunglong Elite. I just think this is a horse that's lost a draw lottery enough where you finally get a decent one and you get J-Mac up, and that's enough to probably make me bet any horse regardless of their ability. But you look, right, the last 3 draws going off from the 12 post to 12 post to 14 post, and now you get J-Mac from the 4 post. That's always something that I think is going to catch my eye, and think, hey, maybe this horse hasn't shown something yet, or maybe he's going to go elsewhere. And then I did use the 9 Max Q. I don't know. This horse has been climbing. He has a winning Class 3. I just think this is a decent enough Class 3 field where I don't really want to use it. If the price comes down on this horse, I probably won't use it. He's not proven at the distance, right? He has won 1,600 race and he hasn't won there. Right now though, he's sitting at 8-1, and I think 8-1 is the right price on this horse. So I will think I'll probably use if he stays at that number. I think he's worth including on the ticket as a B. I just wouldn't recommend win betting him at that price because I don't know. I don't know what this horse is going to show you. I have questions enough at the mile and questions enough to class that it's hard to toss, but he's hard to speak overly positive of. So I'll probably bet each way bet on the 2. And otherwise, if I can get through that dirt race, hopefully I'll be pretty wide to get a chance in here.
Yeah, I thought Pope Cody was interesting again in this spot. He's a horse that for some reason
Cody so many times.
probably except the time he won.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. So that's why.
I think he might be one. I don't know. He just doesn't take money. It's interesting. And then I'm pretty sure Another World is a Matt horse. Another World seems like a Matt horse. So.
They're sprinkled in through this card so much that I lose track. Probably I just hated the draw at this point. I think. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to make of that horse. Has back races that do fit. I just probably needed to see another one. That first up effort was so bad. I think he needed one more shot to me. That's one probably next out I come back to.
Yeah. Red light is on. They're loading in. And let's
hope we get this 14.
14, he's what, 10-1 right now?
Yeah. Take that.
So he's 10-1. It looks like the 6 is kind of settled in as a favorite, 9-2, 10 at 5-1. There's a lot of love for the 2 here from the pundits. So they like the 2 here at 6-1. Rosewood Fleetfoot. Just looking at the stream. And then obviously the 6, people liking the 6 here. Just for refresher, I'm on the 1. The 113 Quinella. You got the 6 and 14 with some doubles, and then you're doubling out with the 7 and 14. So we, as usual, we got 5 horses covered, and none of them are similar. So
got a good chance to hit something in here. It's buckshot. Yeah.
yeah, so as is 2 wins by open lengths. But
Todd Wood will be happy then. You can ping me on Twitter again. Yeah, 2 got blasted late. Well, still coming
down
down.
5-1, yeah. Oh man, down to like 7-2 on the 6.
That's not the right price in this field, but I don't know.
Oh, come on, Brittany, what are you looking at? You know what you want to do? You're so lucky you have all this time before the turn. And you're still going to get caught 4 wide.
It's a fair
really?
draw, and she's still going to get caught 4 wide. It's impressive.
And she's like,
My
oh,
7
maybe
slotted in nice.
Maybe I'm going to need to get some cover. Oh, Brittany.
I was just pulling him.
Yeah, I'm done.
You take the good with the bad with her.
Yeah. 3 wide, no cover. It needs to be much the best from here, but they went pretty fast though.
Yeah, that is quick. This 14 doesn't get stuck. I like my chances here.
I mean, he looks like he's got horse. He hasn't asked at all.
No.
Now he just needs to make sure Brittany doesn't do something stupid.
You might get pinned though. You got him a chance to get out. This 9 might be gone though.
Yeah, Brittany, what if you would have done what the 9 did? Goodness.
Yeah, it's just all forward.
Man, if you back the 6, you got to be not feeling. Wow. On the plus side, I was right about that 13. I just I didn't have the 9 anywhere.
I mean, I mentioned that 9 saying, hey, how are we betting a horse that, won last out at this distance, that whatever price, 11-1
man.
for a horse that is now 2 for 3 at the distance. So talk that one right in.
There we go.
Oh, well.
Yeah, it's just like, man, they let it looked like there was some pace up there, but I mean, they just let Luke Ferraris just have it all his own way up front.
So this is fun. You should check your bets from race 1 because all my bets got refunded.
What?
Yeah, my winning bets all got refunded to me.
Huh. Mine sure didn't.
Well, that's fun. We're going to have a nice, fun discussion about that.
Oh, no. What is going on? Yeah, no. My bets were graded as losers.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Well, that's good.
But wait, your winning bets or
Yeah.
the doubles?
No, all my winning bets got refunded. I hope the doubles get refunded too, but I literally have refunds on every single bet from race 1.
Except the doubles?
Well, I don't know. The doubles haven't closed yet, so. What the F? Cool. Well, it's just a cool $100-something bucks out of my pocket. So,
Mr. Fat Fap Win. This is an interesting name. He is On race 4, he says he likes the 3-horse fast responder. Thinks the 6 kilogram swing could be enough to aid fast responder today. I think he's just saying that because he knows I love Brittany Wong. Man.
I'm trying to figure out why my bets got refunded here. So.
I would too. Although that's not as bad as the time I woke up and you said you're gonna be really upset.
No, it's not. But yeah, that wasn't good.
That tell you? So I emailed Twin Spires. I'm like, look, like, are you gonna do anything? And they're like, nope.
Well, it turns out that wasn't their fault.
I
The
know it
whole
wasn't their
tote
fault, but
shit the
like,
bed,
dude,
but-
like, give me a break, man. Like, well, I was feeling great when you said your bets got refunded because I was like, great, because mine lost. Apparently, it's like a sports book. They're only grading the losers. I don't know what the heck is going on.
Could be my ADW. Who knows? So.
Well, we move on. Race 3. Love is Beauty Collection Handicap. Buy something for your loved one from Luckfook Jewelry. Maybe your luck can turn into a. Okay. But race 3, we're going to be going 2,000 meters here. 2 turns, the stayer's distance. And looking at the board here. Oh, wait, Uncle Sully is on it. He thinks the chairman made a call.
Probably. Just to screw me over.
He thinks the chairman made a call. He's like, Keith Bush flew out to Hong Kong. Where are you guys at? Why have you not made this trip? Yeah, interesting board to start here in race 3. The 11 Serangoon is taking all the money on the place line, but Double Win, the 14 horse for Holly Doyle, is your current favorite at about 5-1. So interesting when you see such a you see a little bit of a disparity there between the place line and the win bet. I mean, it's pretty significant. I mean, 40 cents on the place line. So pretty big difference there. But yeah, I don't know. What did you kind of see here in this race?
I really like Serangoon, to be honest with you. I thought 2,000 meters is one of those race configurations where having an inside draw really helps because the turn comes up so quick. So if you look at it, right, like this horse has gotten kind of screwed every time he's run at 2,000 meters. He's gotten the 11 post, the 8 post, the 11 post, the 13 post. You get weight, you get draw, you get Zach. I think it's worth the price. I know it's kind of bouncing around a little bit on the odds right now, but I thought, hey, finally probably gets an opportunity to show what he can do at 2,000 meters, and whether that's good or bad, we'll see. So that's probably where that was my lone A in here. I think probably one of my better win bets on the card here was through Serangoon. The only 2 horses I used as Bs, I used the 2 Sharp and Bright. I think ran competitively up in Class 3 at a 2,000 meters. Showed a kind of a big jump moving down in class last time. So I think it's one of those horses that could show a lot in Class 4 now that he kind of ran competitively in Class 3. To me, anytime you get a horse that can run competitively in a class up and then gets to move down, those are appealing. So we'll see what he can do. And Matthew Poon's kind of had the hot hand a little bit here. So hopefully. And then the 8, Forever Glorious, I don't know. You just haven't really seen him at shot 10 at all. So I thought has obviously been running 2 turns around Happy Valley. Okay. The back races last year do fit. Maybe he can kind of regain that form that he had from from last year at Happy Valley here, kind of being third up on the season after a long layoff, and potentially show something. So I slotted that one in, but I think most of my money in here will be through Serangoon.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a hard time with this one. I thought the 13 Firefoot was interesting in this spot. I think he's been running well, right? I mean, he's been basically right in every single race he's had in the last five. I mean, you look at those finish lines. I mean, there's one race he had a blanket finish, right, where he was fourth by 3/4 of a length. Second by a shoulder when he was on the pace. And I just think that this is a horse that's been pretty consistent the last couple runs, and now is drawn on the rail, which you've already mentioned. You know how good the inside is. So I don't know. I thought maybe this is one that getting on the rail, maybe that's going to be enough to kind of put it over the edge. Granted, this horse has got 2 tries going 2000, and he's got 1/4, I think, as his best finish. So hasn't really shown a lot going 2000. But I mean, price wise, what are we getting here? Are we getting the price on this horse? Where are we at? Oh no, that's the favorite. So 5.8.
You see how people are grading that inside draw on this course.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, it looked like the 14 and the 11 were the ones vying for favoritism, but apparently the 13's taking all the money now. Yeah, they're all over the place, man. Now they got the 5 as the favorite on the place line. Like, so this is going to be, I think, a kind of pick your price thing here. So.
Well, I took my losers from race 2, so that's good.
They took the losers, but they didn't take the winners, huh?
Yep. It's funny how that works.
That's gonna be a fun email that you're gonna have to write.
Yeah, about that. So.
To whom it may concern. Oh man.
We'll see on that one. So
yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, maybe for safety's sake, maybe you're gonna want to place these next wagers on a different ADW.
Sorry, that's why I'm staring up this way to try to figure out what the F is going on.
What the heck is going on? Oh yeah, no. Oh man. Peter asking a really good question. I don't think anyone has to worry what site is refunding it. I can probably almost guarantee nobody else is on whatever nonsense you're using. So
yeah, no, it's not AM Wager. Shout out AM Wager because they.
It is not AM Wager, so we can safely say that.
Who apparently is getting the pick 6 soon, so they said.
I mean, I'm sitting here waiting. And then I can stop. I can stop. Dreaming. I can be like Tommy Massis, dude, spending every winter in Florida. Although actually, I think he might be going to California because that man loves California racing now. I don't know what happened. Like a switch flipped in his head, man. And he loves.
He's the
California.
only person in the world loving California racing right now. But it's raining right now, so he brought it with him.
Yeah, goodness.
Although Woodbine's still going on, so maybe he's still up there. I don't know, but.
Yeah, man, this board is nuts. I'm gonna pull up the board here real quick.
There's a lot of salty boards going on here, right? Like it's kind of.
I mean, why is Good who's 14-1 or $13 13-1, $14 on the win line? Why is he the favorite at 2.0 on the place line right now?
Great question.
I don't know. I like I said, I think the 13 makes a bunch of sense here. Let's take a look at the old Speed Pro here.
Yeah, based on those first two races, you probably just want to bet whoever they have mapped on the lead.
I mean, they got the 10 mapped on the lead. Kingly Demeanor.
18-1. Perfect.
Looks like a horse that's actually kind of been improving a little bit. I mean, but it's a horse shipping in from Happy Valley.
Has one run out here. Has gotten bad draws the past couple races.
Where's he drawn here? He's got the 5 posts.
So could probably slot that one in.
Where's Jung on 2,000 meters?
He is 0 for 7 over the past 2 years.
So he doesn't really ride. Well, they don't really have many 2,000 meter races either.
Yeah, I was gonna say you get a lot of these jockeys that are like 0 for 2, 1 for 7, 1 for 6. You know, it's not a huge sample size.
All right, what about Brittany Wong? Do you think she maybe gets on the front end here finally?
I don't know. Based on that last race,
My
she's
goodness.
0 for 2 and breaking for the 10 post. So look, I'm not gonna say that she's gonna do that same shit again, but I am gonna say I'm not surprised if she's 3 wide in that first corner, grabbing the hot dog from Keith Bush the turn. So,
I mean, the 4 is such a weird horse too. Yeah. I mean, how often do you see the drop from class 2 to class 4? Literally the next race.
That's a weird one. Yeah, I don't really know what the story is behind that, but I know you get a fair bit of like odd class 2 races towards the end of the season. So
look at it's official.
He's here.
The mayor has shown up. Nick Sievers, the mayor of horse racing streams, gracing us with his presence. So shout out Nick Sievers. Yeah, I mean the 4 is just kind of a weird horse. Man, that's another one I think if had a good draw. I mean, you kind of just look at that horse's running lines, right? And they're, but I don't know, last time showed some speed from the outside. Now, I mean, it's getting a little bit more inside, it's getting more distance. But that turn comes up kind of quick, I think, on 2,000, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's short. So that's why I'm saying, like, you don't want to be in the 10 post out there, especially if you're trying to have speed. Like, you kind of got to take back from there. And I don't know if she knows how to do that, but find out.
What's J-Mac on 2,000 meters?
That even has a...
Does he even have any?
He is... Actually, he has 3 wins and two places from 8 starts. So he is 37.5%.
The one... Now, granted, this is a horse that has not run 2 turns in Hong Kong as of yet. This is a horse that's also still a maiden. Lifetime. This is the horse that was shipped in after 5 starts with 2 seconds and 2/3 here to Hong Kong. But I will say, on these longer races, I mean, like, I'm not really interested in the 7, right? I mean, the 7's already going to be a long shot, right? But I mean, I want 4-year-old, 5-year-old horse in here. It looks like he's only 3-year-old, so that kind of crosses that out, trying to just maybe eliminate a couple horses. I mean, like I said, the 13 looks really good. I mean, I'm just kind of like shocked now at this price. This price is 9-2. Oh, maybe I take a shot with the 1 now. It's pre-mastermind dropping in class. Gets J-Mac now. I mean, the post isn't great, but this isn't a horse I think that is going to want to be on the lead. I'm pretty sure Speed Pro maps him out. All right, that's kind of an improving type.
He's
Yeah,
been
that's kind.
improving every race. I just think he's got too far to go on my stuff. But
Well, luckily he's got another 400 meters, so he's got plenty of time to figure it out.
there you go. Yeah, I mean, if that's what the source wants to do,
Yeah.
who
What do we got?
knows?
I didn't even see what the Autumn Sun by Dream Ahead. I am not familiar with either.
I don't know. 8-1 on that horse. It's like I do love J Mac, but
I know. I'm surprised. I thought you'd be like 8-1's a gift.
not from the 9 post. But scroll back through and see what I missed here.
On who?
The two kind of jump forward, running down in class 4 last race.
Sharp and Bright. Sharp and Bright is one. Like I said, like on Speed Pro's numbers, second fastest horse in this race.
Yeah,
They really like the 4 and the 11. I mean the 11 more than
I mean that's who I'm
anybody.
on. So great, but
The 4 is kind of interesting. Is that the Brittany Wong horse? It is the Brittany Wong horse. Why? Why are you doing this to me? They really like that race 4 back where the horse was running at 113 pounds in class 3 racing when the horse should be in class 4.
only beaten by like a little over half a length.
And that was a 2,000-meter race. But now you're drawn further out wide. You're picking up 12 pounds from that effort. But, I mean, it is dropping. I mean, I don't know. I mean, not that, like I said, not that it takes a lot to talk myself into betting Brittany Wong, but I mean, I just love the weight break now, apparently.
Yeah, I don't know the ride you get, but I mean, look, that horse was breaking way wide the past two as well. Granted from 1800, so that doesn't matter as much, but you're coming off a 13 post and a 14 post this season.
Oh man, this is
Talk
just
you
gonna,
into it.
this is just going to be a disaster. I already know it.
You're like 8 wide in this race. You're gonna bet it, and she's gonna be 15 wide into turn 1 somehow.
I am, but you know what? I'm here for it.
It's content. That's why we do these things. So
All right, I'm on the 4, and then I got a 1-4-13 Quinella box. For a little, just a little. I mean, 113's paying 30-1, 29-1. So like, that's not bad. I'll take that. You got 6 minutes to post. What are you betting here? You betting anything? You got a pick 3 here or anything? What are you doing?
yeah, I mean, I posted my pick 3. I'm like 11 with 2-8 over the 6 and the 9 with 3-13. So I like Parents Love next race, and I like Chill Buddy. I think Chill Buddy is probably my more appealing horse in that race. Like if you watch the replay, like that was a horse that was like down the middle of the track in the 1,000-meter race last out, and that's not where you want to be. But still was kind of like the only horse to run on in that. So I do like those. I think I use the 3 and the 13 as Bs, right? Like Brittany Wong in the 14 post. I think it's really hard to toss in that race 4. Um, so fast responder. Next race, I think, is probably the horse that you'll end up betting. I got to imagine if you get Brittany Wong on the outer rail. And then I do like the 13 Superb King. I think just one that probably hasn't gotten a fair shake at the first 2 starts, so I'll use those. And then race 5, I used a couple horses. I used Air of Atlantic in the 1, and I used the 13 Zeta Force. Although, given the way the track's been playing, maybe I don't use that one too heavy. And I did use Bling Bling Genius as well. That's just one of those horses I kind of have to keep betting until he wins, right? Like he's going to run like shit. He's going to be in class 5 next out, and I'm going to keep betting him anyway. So just going to keep doing it.
I think that's what you posted. So
it is what I posted. Yep.
Yeah. 11. You got 2 8 as Bs here. You got 6 9 in the next race. In the Parents Love and Chill Buddy with a little bit of 313. And then you got 113 in the last Air of Atlantic. And
Zeta Force.
Yeah, it was a little Bling Bling Genius there. So if you guys want to follow along with this pick 3, he's got that up there. I'll keep that posted. Let's take a look at the board one last time here. 12 just took a bunch of money. Down to 10 to 1.
I don't think anyone has any idea what's going on in this race.
No, they don't. I mean, this is nuts.
There's a lot of races like this tonight. I mean, this is a great betting night, to be honest with you, but you just got a lot of flat boards. As my 11 goes favored, so. I kind of don't get all the money for the 14 in here. That's like one horse we haven't talked about.
Double Win. That was the horse that opened up as the favorite, I thought, in this race. Or
yeah,
didn't necessarily open up as a favorite, but when we first kind of switched over to this race, I mean, what, they see Holly Doyle and they're like, hey, like she knows how to ride long races. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like that horse ran well at 2000 once, but that was from the 1 post with Zacob. Like, I don't know.
Robin likes the 1 and the 2. So she likes the 1 2 here. I'm on the 1 with you there, Robin. Supreme Mastermind. And Michael's saying as long as your bookie doesn't cancel your win bet. So you know what? You know when you never have to worry about that is when your bets just don't win. Then you don't have to worry about them canceling them. Nick Seaver saying 11 win show. He learned to use Siri. Apologies in advance.
There it is. Look at that. We're all about continuous improvement here. I will say too, for anyone that is not betting through a bookie, AM Wager is running a promo, and they've been running it all month. If you haven't bet it, if you bet $20, you get $10 back regardless. And if Zach wins, you get another $20 back. So if Zach wins any race, you get $30 for just bet 20 on anything that isn't a show bet. So definitely sign up. It's free money. If again, Zach wins 1 race tonight, you're guaranteed to get $10 back. So try her out.
Circling here. Mark likes the 14. He's on the 14, 13, 3 and 1.
I do not get this 14. I don't know. Like I can make a case for about 7 different horses in this race, and the 14 is not one of them. But probably means I'll talk him in. You can make a case, I think, for the 13. You can make a case for the 11. You can make a case for the 10. You can make a case for the 8, probably. The 1, the 2, 4.
Yeah, I mean, I really think
3.
I really think the 11 and the 13 are probably your most likely winners here. I like the 1. I think the one from a value perspective makes some sense. Um, and of course, because of that, I bet the 4. When I just told you 3 horses, I think that can win this race. So, so thank you, Matt. Hopefully,
Anytime.
my ADW cancels my bets.
There you go. I think I got to put some money on this 10, to be honest with you. I mean, 15-1 for a horse that, I mean, we just watched 2 races get wired, and this horse is definitely gunning it for the lead. I don't know. To me, it's worth a shot if the track is playing so forward.
Yep, you're getting 16 right now.
I'm going to sprinkle a little bit on this 10, who I did not have in my pick 3s at all. I probably didn't even play in my pick 3s, but
Paying all right on the place line too. 5.5. You get 9-2 in the place line. Loading in here.
yeah, I mean, 5.5 on a place line for if this track is playing like it has been. All he's got to do is get the leader on the first call, maybe.
Yep.
So
All right, I think the board's waking up. Zach taking all the money now.
7-2. Oof. I mean, I was all over the 11, but that's not the price I want.
Yeah, Zach taking all the money. 1 floating up, 4 floating up. 13's holding steady. 13's now the favorite. Man, they don't know what they want to do here. This is wild.
CAWs.
I mean, like I said, I thought the 11 and the 13 made the most sense. So I
Yeah.
think them taking all the money makes sense.
It's just so funny to watch late money fly at this place, though. Like,
Man, the 10 popped the gate like he was just out.
yep. I mean, that's why this is worth a bet, right? I mean,
Oh baby, Brittany gonna be 4 wide. Yes.
can't not.
Oh my goodness gracious! What am I doing with my money?
It's just like if this 10 can wire.
Dude, I should have just spent this money on more cards at this point.
Back into the pack openings, you know?
I mean, I opened another one while you were talking about your pick 3, and it was
Did you get
not
anything good?
No,
No. All right.
no. I mean, Brittany is fine. Like, she's just like, get me at least closer, but. I mean, she
Y11
keeps-
is nowhere. Just out in the middle of the parking lot here. This is a very un-Zach ride. Well, if this 10 can be gone, it'll pay back my pick 3, but it's going to piss me off. Yeah, you got too fast, though.
Yeah. I mean, Brittany's horse wants to go, but I think.
This is going to be a blanket
this-
finish.
Just gonna back up.
10's on the vapes.
Goodness
Jeez.
gracious, the 14, the horse that we were like doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, fucking I. Talked it right in.
My goodness.
That sucks.
Yeah. 14 looks like
Dead heat.
maybe
Second.
11 or 1, yeah. Man, the 13 didn't run a lick.
Nah. I don't know. I don't get to that 14, so whatever. I mean, I can't be disappointed. I can't talk off a horse, and it's the way it goes, though.
Oh, Robin's saying she's making we're making her want to drink. Which is I mean, seems about right for the way things have been going here. So
Look at that photo result. Like they just call the one. Like that took 4 seconds
I know,
to call a dead heat. Just like, yeah, it's a one.
man, dude. I mean, the one floated up to 12 to 1. Like,
That's the right price. I mean,
yeah,
look, you got your price on that.
man.
I don't know. I just don't get to that 14. I don't know. I couldn't do it. But
See, instead of betting the 1 and the 4, I should have just bet the 14. Use the 2. Hey, maybe there's a chance. Maybe I mispunched. Maybe I put the 14 instead of the 13 in my Quinella. Let's see. Yeah, Nick Steve saying, talked him right in. Maybe my bets will get canceled. We're just hoping for whatever at this point. They did not cancel my bets.
yeah, I was way off there. But
I mean,
that shit
it is what
happens.
it is, man. It's tough. I feel like I said, I'm not too mad. I got my price on the 1. I was an idiot and I bet the 4 instead. And then now that we get to race 4, where Brittany probably will win, is when I'm not going to bet her.
It's what I am, at least. So.
Yeah, Michael's saying the lightweight.
Yeah, I mean, that helps for sure. But I don't know. It's just like, I don't get how Zach is that, you broke from the 4 post and you're 6 wide into the turn. So, is what it is. That's why they run them. It's a good ride to win from out there. You don't see many horses winning from the 11 post at 2,000.
Yeah, that was a. I don't know, that was a tough one there, but let's see. Well, I don't know if I'm going to make it to the next race, but I figure we got the people here. Let's at least talk through this next race for another 10 minutes or so, and then we'll kind of sign off from there. Race 4, 1,000-meter race. Where'd you land here? How did you kind of see this one?
So, who was I on in this race? I like the 9 Chill Buddy. Like I said, I think, if you watch that replay, first up on this horse or last up on this horse, was kind of down the middle of the track, right? Like, was really just kind of running from the middle and nowhere. And that's really not where you want to be. Like, generally, I don't know. And look, I hate 1,000-meter races, right? Like, I don't cap them all that well. But I do think, right, like, if you ever see a horse that's out in the middle of the track making up ground, like, to me, that's a horse that I always want to bet. And so I think it's a better draw today. I think, it's kind of one that can run a fair bit better, just given kind of given the better draw, given kind of what he showed first up. So, that's kind of where I wanted to go from a win and probably win place perspective. I did like the 6 Parents Love. I mean, again, I think it's just if you're kind of capping it from the perspective of, okay, bet the horse that's going to get to the outer rail, right? Get to that stand side rail and kind of get to better ground. I don't know if that bias is as pronounced earlier in the year. It kind of grows and grows as the year goes up. But I mean, look, this horse has speed, so he's going to get over to that stand side. And I think if that stand side is kind of hot, then that's the horse you want to bet in here. So I do like the 6 Parents Love as well. And then, in my dead pick 3 now, I did have Brittany Long on the 3. We already talked about that, right? I mean, you get a bug weight. I think bug weights matter a ton in these 1,000-meter races. And anytime you get a bug weight kind of on that stand side rail, it's appealing to me. And then I was torn between whether I bet the 12 or the 13 in here. I don't know. I took the 13 just because I think I always end up defaulting to a lighter weight horse. But it's Matthew Chadwick. I mean, Matthew Chadwick, I think, is a really good 1,000-meter jockey. He's going to have to be a really good 1,000-meter jockey to get over from the 3 post in here. But I just think it's a horse that hasn't shown hasn't had a chance to show anything yet because you kind of get a couple, comments where that horse really didn't have a fair start. So anytime you see a horse moving back down in weight because he hasn't gotten a fair shake on the break, a 1,000-meter race, those I think are at least always worth a few bucks. So I'm pretty wide in here, but that's not surprising for a 1,000-meter race. Like these things are kind of like playing roulette.
Yeah, Brittany Wong, 1,000 meters, is probably between that and 1,200 meters, probably the distances that she's done the best at, drawing on the right side of got the right draw on 14 post. We'll see. I think she tends to do pretty well with more forwardly placed horses. This was the one that she rode 3 back off the pace and came up and finished second, and that at a decent price. But at this point, I kind of think like she's going to get bet. I mean, you're going to get 9-2, 7-2 probably on this horse. So, so I'm not exactly sticking my neck out there with the 3, but that's kind of how I saw it here. And if you go back, our boy Fat Win, he also likes. He thinks that the weight might be enough to make the difference there. Going from the 132 pounds down to 119 here in this spot. So, but yeah, I think that's gonna do it for us here. Check us out at ontherwronglead.com, at @wrong_lead on Twitter. I am at Cherry Drank. He is at Slow and Steadied. Have a good weekend, guys. Check out our friends at Aim Wager. They won't cancel your bets. Check out our friends at DRF. They got their chat bot and they got all kinds of stuff coming up. Obviously, we'll be betting Hong Kong until this is over, but the regular streams will come back on Friday and Thursdays. And yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with us. Have a good night. Have a good weekend. Let's make some money.
Good luck, everybody.